not Christian or Jew or Muslim, not Hindu, Buddhist, Sufi or Zen, not any religion or cultural system. I am not from the East or the West, not out of the ocean or up from the ground, not natural or ethereal. I am not composed of elements at all. I do not exist. I am not an entity in this world or in the next. Did not descend from Adam and Eve or any origin story. My place is placeless, a trace of the traceless, neither body or soul. I belong to the beloved, have seen the two worlds as one, and that one call to and know. First, last, outer, inner, only that breath, breathing human being. Hello and welcome to our first week meeting the breath in this wonderful, inspiring place I found in the park. I'm just in love with these trees behind me, and I hope they will charge our practice today and really support you through your journey. So today we are meeting the breath, and we are going to do it in a very gentle and mindful way, learning from the very root. And the root of the word inspiration comes from inspiritus, which in Latin means to breathe. And in our life it translates to being full with life and inspiration. And it's an amazing fact that in whichever other ancient language you would refer to the word breath, it always means spirit and the breath as well. For example, ruach in Hebrew means breath and spirit. Ruh in Arabic means also breath and spirit. Pneuma in Greek, the same. And prana in Sanskrit is the essence of why we breathe, to receive the nourishment of the energy. But what is actually breath? Let's look closer to this respiratory system. For me, I call it as an open gate. So look what is happening. We have 12 systems and 11 of them are involuntary. You might think that musculatory system is voluntary because we can move and I can stretch my arms and bend my head. But what I mean is that you cannot actually access your muscles and change them, their quality from inside. So God or universe or nature, whichever word that suits you, has left one door open for us. It's the breath. For example, right now, you cannot directly influence your digestion. So let's say you had a lunch and now it's functioning without your interference, and you cannot directly affect it. You cannot stop, you cannot pause, you cannot change it. The same way for other systems: nervous system, circular system, immunity, lymphatic, and so on. We know from the beginning that Bible also describes that God has breathed the Spirit into humans' nostrils and brought him to life. So why did not God choose any other system? Well, because breath is the best transport that can permeate into any cell of your body. There is no place in your body where breath doesn't go. And that's why this is an open system. So the only choice and the best choice you actually have in your life is to breathe. But in that choice, there are two options. Whether you breathe to survive or you breathe to strive. And we're here in this course to breathe to strive. Now it's very important to look at the breath from Western perspective and Eastern. So what's happening in the West? In the Western mindset, we are relying on medicine, doctors, and diseases. What do I mean by that? It means that we are actually not interfering or trying to improve anything until it hurts. When it hurts, we are going to the doctors because we don't know what's happening. So we are not actually educated about our body. It means that the pain is the only signal that we trust, because if we don't feel pain, we think we are okay. So if I'm okay, why do I have to change my breathing? Why do I need to take the breathing course? I'm fine. I live. I'm not dying. I'm not sick. So whatever. And this is the attitude in the most countries. And when it comes to the breath, in the Western world, the breath is counted by numbers. So how many breaths you take. And I call it a competitive breath because the fast pace of the life requires us to make things faster. So we have all the technologies, we have all the resources in life to deliver results faster. So when we are in this mode, we don't notice that we also breathe faster. But when you breathe faster, it means you are living faster. It means that you're going to die faster. The length of the life is decreasing. And if you look to the nature, it's very obvious. So animals that breathe fast are not living many years. For example, dogs and cats. Where when you look at animals that are really taking time, and I'm not telling to be slow, but I'm telling to take time, like tortoise, parrots, elephants. The way they breathe is very slow, and they live for more than 100 years. And this is the approach in the East. In India, in China, for example, the attitude in health is that you have to breathe deeper, and the breath is counted by the quality. So we have West with quantity, and we have East with quality. And we say that the way you breathe is the way you live. So let's try it right now. Please close your eyes and just relax your posture and start breathing. And just breathe normally without changing anything. And I just want you to meet your own breath. If you don't change anything, if it's natural, can you actually see from inside how are you breathing? Check in to see what is the length of your breath. What is the volume of oxygen that you take? Continue trying to not change the breath. I know it's challenging because when you start paying attention, something changes. So just step back, let go, and just watch, witness. And where do you feel your body is moving together with your breath? Now, when you found a place that is moving with the breath, just stay with your mind there and observe. Observe this movement. And let's call this place a breathing place. Right now, this is the place where the breath is really manifesting itself, where the breath is happening. And if you would scan your body with your eyes closed, can you find a place which is opposite to this, where you would sense there is no movement happening and as if there is no breath happening? So locate that space within your body. And check if you can look from inside with your eyes closed at these two places at the same time. Great. You are exploring that the breath is the movement, and the absence of breath is absent of movement. So now you can gently open your eyes, and that was a nice exploration. Also, I want to ask you a question. Before I told you to close your eyes and start breathing and going inwards, before that moment, how did you breathe while I was explaining the other things? You don't know, right? You don't remember how you were breathing until I asked you to look at your breath. So let me translate this in the body language. It means that your body says, I am not aware of my breath. I am not aware of life in me. I don't remember how I was breathing, so I don't remember how I lived. As if I was dead. I wasn't aware, but until this moment. So now I want to program your mind and remember my words. Let them appear in your mind from time to time during the day, that when you are not aware of your breath, you are not living. So in order to come back to the life and invite life into your body, start watching your breath. You don't need to do this all the time. Just from time to time, go check in. And you don't have to close your eyes. You can do it in the bus, while you're driving, while you're cooking, you're eating, anywhere. Just let that light go in and invite you inside. So the Eastern mind is following the nature. The longer you breathe, the less breaths you take in your lifetime. So you know this expression, the less is more. So not breathing less because you are dying, but breathing less because you are expanding your inhalation and exhalation, and hence you live longer, you receive more. But let's make an experiment of your breath. So I'm going to count for 30 seconds, and you just breathe normally. Don't change anything. Don't try to cheat, because we need this number to refer in the future. I'm going to count till 30 seconds, and when the 30 seconds is over, I will just ask you to stop, and the amount of the breath that you are having, you just write it down in your journal. So let's start. Stop. This is going to be our resource for change. Now let's break down the parts of the breath. We have inhalation, exhalation, and retention, or when you hold in the breath. You know that you inhale oxygen and you exhale carbon dioxide, or you inhale vital gas and exhale toxic gas. In a psychosomatic way, it means that when you are inhaling you are receiving life, and when you are exhaling you are letting something go. So in other words, the inhalation is a small birth. You are coming back to life. When you exhale, you are letting go with peace. It's like a small death. Now it's very interesting that I noticed that most of us, we have difficulty to inhale. It's more easy to exhale. Or another example, when a person is in a panic attack or in a very emotional state, is like you cannot inhale, there is not enough breath. So this is a very risky state for the body. And this reflects that many people have difficulties with receiving things in life. Like when somebody gives you a gift or a money or treats you with great things, maybe you would relate to that. Sometimes we feel shy, like, oh no, and we start refusing, we feel shy, we feel we don't deserve it or we don't worth it. So I want you to start noticing this kind of attitude in two ways. First of all, really welcome your life and inhale fully. The other is whenever life gives you something, it can be just an apple from a friend, service from your friend, maybe a compliment, maybe an extra effort for you. Don't ever say no. Receive it, because if it flows towards you, you deserve it and you're worth it. You're worth that inhalation and that life to enter. Otherwise, why else you are here? Now with exhalation. Whenever you're exhaling, I want you to think of really having the ability or an art to let things go. Because often in our life it reflects as we are lingering or attaching to things when it's time to let go. So we are stuck in the past and there is no space to invite that newness into the life. So maybe there are so many things are waiting for you out there, but you are holding to something old, and this really reflects in the breath. So the way you breathe is actually the way you live, and vice versa. The way you live is the way you breathe. So these two realms can help each other. Breathe with awareness, inhale fully, and really let go with gratitude. And then invite things to come into your life, and when it's time to let go, let them go and say thank you. Right now, let's put this into a small practice. Come to a straight spine pose. Relax your sitting bones to the ground. Close your eyes. Allow your shoulders to descend really down, so you can relax your neck and give space for your head. Sit in comfort and ease, but with confidence and solid foundation. And let's check in into your inhalation and exhalation. Just for now, focus on the mechanics of the movement. Just Inhale and just exhale. Connect with the oxygen as you inhale. Maybe you can sense the taste of it in your body. And connect to the carbon dioxide. And try to taste the exhalation in your body. And notice the difference. Inhalation doesn't taste as exhalation. And now I want you to visualize how on your inhalation a vital force is entering your body. It drops down, goes through transformation, and exhale, it leaves your body to empty the space for the next inhalation. Inhale to invite this force. Exhale to say goodbye and thank you. Invite and thank you. Continue inviting and saying thank you. Imagine that your breath is like a guest visiting your house. And I want you to imagine the abundance of life, the health, the joy, the changes, the growth. Everything is entering your body. So become receptive and opened to take it with dignity and grace. Take it all in because it's yours, it belongs to you. And despite how amazing it is, it has served you enough. So when you exhale, let this all go because it served its purpose. Inhale, flowing abundance into you. Exhale, let it go. The universe is responsible to deliver you all the yumminess of the life. You're only responsible to be open to receive and then let it go. Inhale, exhale. Now take a moment to think, what do you really need in your life right now? Not something that you want, but maybe something that is very necessary for you. Choose it in your mind. And now let's choose another thing that you are not in need anymore. Something that has really burned out itself, expired, not serving you in any way anymore. So you have these two things. Really go deep inwards and connect to the long, deep breath. On your inhalation, start imagining how this necessary aspect is coming into your nose, flushing down to your system, and is being absorbed with every single cell. In all its capacity, availability, and potential is coming to you. Now it lives in your cells. And just with your mind, allow this process to continue. And now on exhalation, feel how you are ready to let go of that aspect that expired. And start exhaling that out of your cells. No matter how long you were resisting and holding to it, it's time to say goodbye. Allow yourself to observe any emotions if they are rising. Do not attach and associate yourself with them. Just watch how they are living. And now let's connect these two actions simultaneously. Your focus will become very sharp. Your mindfulness and awareness are right here. You can do it. Inhale, invite the necessity. Exhale, let go of the expired. Thank you. Inhale, it flows in. Exhale, the other flows out. Continue. Become the vessel of transition and transformation. And one more time. And just let go of this breath. Keep your eyes closed for a moment. And just scan your body. Register your state. Notice the changes that occurred in your body. Feel your progress. Face the truth that something has changed in you just after these few minutes of reconnecting with your breath. Very gently give it a smile. And say thank you to your own body and to your own breath. And open your eyes. Welcome back. I feel so good. I feel so expanded right now. My body just created new space inside. I hope that you feel the same way that I do. I have goosebumps. So, this was a great lesson. And I want to look back of what you have learned today. First, when you breathe without holding back, you are able to inspire yourself to invite creativity to your life. Second, now you are your own doctor. You are the medicine human who can sense what's happening in the body and who is present with the breath when this breath needs your participation. There is no need to rush anywhere. Everything is happening in the perfect timing. You don't rush and you don't procrastinate. You walk with your breath. Inhale, exhale, step by step. And the less is more. With every inhalation, you are inviting goodness into your life. With every exhalation, you are humbling yourself to let things go, no matter how much you really want to hold to them. So this is it. This is all for today. It's been really wonderful. And now tomorrow you're going to receive the next practicum class. It's only the practice. It's going to be very gentle and basic breathing. And I know very often in breathing courses, people are really willing to step into some very complicated and advanced breathing. It's very interesting that I have met such practitioners who can do very advanced exercise, but when it comes to a very simple inhalation, exhalation, they struggle. Because this is the foundation that is needed to be built before you go forward. It's like you are not going to build your house from the roof, right? Or from the windows. You're going to find the really good, solid foundation. So I want you to really be patient and compassionate to your breath. You really need. This, what it seems to be easy, is actually a very advanced practice, but only for very humble people who understand the effect and the value of it. So I will see you tomorrow. Thank you very much and have a lovely day.